Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Holy moly, donut shop, welcome back to Uncle Charles' YouTube channel. But look at this chat, look at this beautiful down move to the downside. You know, Uncle, if you've been paying attention, you know that Uncle talk about when is the best time to call tops and bottoms. And as far as talking about calling tops, it's not good to do it every 5 minutes. You're going to mess some people up, lose your money. By the time it's really time to start shorting, you're not going to have money to short it because you've been timing it wrong. When is the best time to favor downside? Well, we talked about the setups with the levels, starting with the false breakout setups. If it's not the false breakout setups, you want to look out for the exhaustion gap. We had an exhaustion gap right here. Boom! Which showcased that the buyers were getting exhausted, hence exhaustion gap. And look at this. Dead cat bounce. After hitting a critical pivot support level, we bounce up here and then bam, gap down. And look at what happened today. Beautiful move to the downside, guys. It was bearish. Guys, take a look at triple Q. 15-minute chart. You guys know how I trade with the 15-minute chart? Look at this. Every darn setup just worked. Broke down this level. Beautiful 15-minute chart breakdown. 15-minute chart breakdown. 15-minute chart breakdown. Everything worked. It works best on a trend day. That's just incredible. Couple of things we got to talk about, guys. A few things we got to talk about. First of all, check on your bullish friends. Make sure they're okay. I'm not joking, guys. Check on them. Make sure they're okay. Second of all, look at the dark pool levels, guys. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. 553.8 for the SPY. 553.8. 50% of activity came at 553.8. Mind you, guys, these dark pool levels, these dark pool orders, they as far as when the data shows to us, it's a 24-hour delay. Okay, it happens up to 24-hour delay, around there. Okay, guess what? Look at the daily chart. Look at where the SPY closed yesterday and where it gapped down from. Holy moly, right around the level of the dark pool level. I'm telling you, big money. It looked like they just dumped it. They just took profit. Profit taking time. Holy moly, donut shop. Oh, what am I gonna say, guys? Well, as usual, we must identify the last level that was broken down. And what was it? Now, if you guys watched this morning's YouTube video, I took the time to show you guys how I find my levels, my support levels, and my reasonings for how I'm going to trade something. And look at it, guys. I had a 542.5 level. Okay, 542.5 level. It was a buy zone. Look at this, how many candles just popped up and bounced on that 542.5 level. And today, you guys can see it right there. We got the breakdown. So now that we got the breakdown of 542.5, as long as below, we got 540, 538 or lower is in play. Now, earlier I mentioned about when is the best time to call tops, right? And so far, the approach of watching out for false breakout setups and exhaustion gaps has been working. So when is it the best time to call bottoms? Well, it's the same way as calling tops, except you do it in reverse. So instead of false breakout setups, we look for false breakdown setups. So that means, since we know that the last critical level that was broken down was at 542.5, the first step that the bulls need to do to get some type of momentum or some type of bounce going is recapture 542.5. Okay. Now, I've also spoken about exhaustion gaps. What does exhaustion gaps indicate? Well, if we're on an uptrend, if we're on an uptrend like we've been all year, an exhaustion gap indicates to us that the buyers are getting tired. So if the trend is now down, where we're getting lower highs and lower lows, we've been getting that since July 16 now, lower highs and lower low, got a little downtrend going. We need an exhaustion gap, except we gap up All right. We go down, and if we get an exhaustion gap where we gap up, it's called an exhaustion gap, but it's a bullish exhaustion gap. Where the yellow arrows are pointing, those are bearish ones. Okay? A bullish one would be we gap up. And that would indicate to us like, the sellers might be getting tired. Hence the name exhaustion gaps. Now I tell you guys, I don't like calling tops. I don't like calling bottoms. But when I do, it has to be because we get in a false breakdown or we capture a lost level or an exhaustion gap. In this case, we would need a bullish exhaustion gap, gapping up to the upside. All right, guys. So, what was the last critical level that was lost? 542.5. You guys can see how many candles we got there. And now we got the breakdown. So we're going to need to recapture it back. Well, if you're a bull, that is. If you're a bear, you want to see price stay below 542.5 to keep the lower targets in play. 538 is a fib level. Okay, we got a bunch of love. 534, holy moly. Overall, bearish below 542.5. Recapturing it would be the first step that bulls need. And look at that, the RSI is in oversold territory, but we gotta trade based on the price action, not the indicator. Oversold can get more oversold. All right. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Know the levels, know the setups, and trade unbiasedly. Let's move on to triple Q. We'll keep the fun going. Holy moly, look at that. Exhaustion gap. Exhaustion gap. When's the best time to call tops? You guys should be able to answer that now. Tell me, chat. When's the best time to call tops? I'll tell you. False breakouts or exhaustion gaps, okay? Now, it's not guaranteed, but if you're gonna make a decision, you want to make decisions where the odds are in your favor. Now, with this beautiful breakdown that we had here, what was the last critical level that was lost? Well, it closed at 463.38, okay? I have a resistance level at 465 and a fib level at 469. 465, 467, and a fib level at 469. Okay, so bulls got their work cut out for them. All right, they're going to need to recapture some lost levels, especially that 469 level. Why? Because it is a fib level. All right, otherwise we're going to keep on dropping lower. But if you're going to be bullish, they need to recapture those levels, 465, 467, and 469. Otherwise, if we don't recapture, give us an exhaustion gap to the upside, a bullish exhaustion gap. Make sense? All right. Overall bearish below 469, though. Next resistant level is at 463.5. Is at 462.5. Next support level is at 462.5. Getting my words mixed up here. It's been a long day, a crazy exciting day, sorry. But if 462.5 fit, which is actually today's low, we are likely dropping all the way down to 458.3-ish. And we still have a gap around 454.4-ish. All right, guys. Trust, no bounce. Unless we have reasons to. Which we would need a false breakdown setup or an exhaustion gap to the upside. Or maybe even an island reversal. That would be nice. Guys, look into the island reversal. Look at this. Tesla was like flagging or building some type of triangle. But shout out to earnings. Had this big old gap down. But it wasn't enough, was it? The gap down wasn't enough. Look at here. On Tuesday, we closed at 246.38. This morning, we opened at 225.42. Holy moly. The gap down wasn't enough, and it continued to drop downwards, breaking down more of Uncle Charles' support levels. Holy moly, donut shop. Now, before I give you guys the analysis on Tesla, I do want to say this. For the people that did not chase today, I want to give you guys credit. That's incredible discipline. Incredible discipline. I mean, take a look at the SPY, for example. You see these big candles? If you guys would have chased today, maybe, just maybe, you would have made money. But look at the size of today's candle. And how often do candles and price action movement like this happen on SPY? You guys can look at it. Not often. Not often. So yeah, maybe if you chased today, you probably would have made money. But if you would have chased or tried that to chase on any other day, you would have got screwed. So if you did not chase today, my friend, you're incredible. You're the freaking man or the woman. I just want to give credit where it's due. Now, on to Tesla. Big gap down. And then we sold some more. Where did we close? We closed at 215.99. What was the last critical level that we broke down? Well, it was the fib level at 219. 219. So, and then look at that. It bounced right off the next fib level at 215. It's amazing how it works with these fib levels, guys. Okay? So I have resistance at 217 and 219. Trust, no bounce unless we recapture some critical loss, some lost levels. Starting with 219. Definitely need to recapture that level. All right? And that will put, I got 221, 222.5, and 224 in play. That's a fib level, right? Now, if we break down the next fib level at 215, then the falling knife continues. Okay, as far as trend line goes, I got this trend line from April 22 low, connected to June 11th low. Only 2 touches. So we're getting a third touch or what? If we do, the first thing you need to do is break down 215. All right, I'll trust no bounce unless we recapture 217, 219 to put 224 and possibly higher levels in play. Here is NVDA. Holy moly donut shop. It treated my 120 level as resistant. It broke down 118 and it broke down at 116. What level was that at? Yeah, it broke down at 116.8 level that I had. Holy moly. And look at that. We dropped all the way down to 113.4. Not bad. I mean, pre-split NVDA probably would have did better, but hey, gotta take what the market gives us. It's a beautiful move to the downside. Now, if we are to trust any bounce, 116.7 and 118 must recapture, especially 118 because that's a fib level. And clearing 120 would be great too because that's where the sell zone was at today. I'll trust the bounce when we recapture lost levels. Otherwise, if 115 and 113.7 fails, more downside we go. 111, 109, and possibly all the way down to 106.8 would be a big possibility. All right. Overall, bulls need to get above 117, 116.8 and 118 to cancel out this breakdown of the triangle pattern. And then maybe I'll be bullish and play the false breakdown setup. All right, guys. Now, before we get to the dark pool levels and the option flow, I just want to give a shout out to one of the viewers, PFG, or what is it? PF Grill King 83. He asked me about what I thought about ABT. And I actually did respond to him. I wrote right here, bearish below 103.3, bullish above 104.4. You guys check out ABT. This viewer's choice right here. Check out ABT. Broke out my 104.3 level, going as high as 107.3. That was amazing. Nice long, nice breakout of that resistant level. Now, what's next? Well, what was the last level that cleared? 107. That's a fib level. As long as above 107, more upside is possible. 109, 111, and 112.5. When do we get bearish? When we get a false breakout or an exhaustion gap. Okay, remember, exhaustion gap shows that is a sign that the buyers are tired. If they're tired, that means sellers could possibly step up. So breakdown of 107 and 105.4 would trigger puts. I would go short if those levels fail with 104. 103, 101.8, and 99.7 as my targets. Okay. ABT, and thank you for the viewer's choice. Now, 553.8, that was the dark pool levels, guys. 50% of activity came from there. But what was the other 50%? Well, we had one at 540.98 and 540.99. Right, just 1 cent off from each other. 2.1 bill, the other was 2.3 bill. 540.99. Can round it to 541. I don't see the big deal. But yeah, dark pool level right there, chat. Let me go back. Let's take a look at triple Qs as well. 77%, 480.69. 480.69, all right. Tesla, 215.99. NVDA 114.25. How about ABT? 105. All right, let's take a look at the flows. Hey, Chad, if you got anything that you guys want me to cover for viewers' choice, let me know. Yours might be the one I pick. 100K premiums or above. And you got to be kidding me, chat. Y'all see this? Y'all see it just malfunction on me. I'm a loyal customer, you know. I'm a loyal customer. I'm using this service for like a few years now. But come on. Sorry, guys. But hey, at least we got the dark pool levels. All right? So that's my plan. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I try to take my time. You know, I try not to rush it. You know, take my time, explain some things, and talk to you guys. So, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy it. Peace.